Thursday, so that means that it's Genealogy Chat. We're coming to you live from the Willenar Genealogy Center, which is a service of the Eckhart Public Library. We have new hours. We're open 6 days a week, Monday and Tuesday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Thursday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 9 a.m. until noon. And we have a new feature, Wednesday mornings and Friday mornings, we have book a time with a librarian genealogist. You can do it online at our website, and anyone can show you how to do that, or you can call our number. I'm going to quickly show you how you can book an appointment online. Let's see, click Library Services and Genealogy Center and schedule appointment, and then you select your location, genealogy, and then you fill out, you select a date and a time, and then you give us information on your topic, and then we can help you with a 2-hour time slot. So today's show is all about Auburn and filling out forms. We have a new feature. It's called Auburn Minute, and we're going to tell you a little bit about someplace in Auburn. And I'm going to start out by showing you some photos on screen to see if you can identify the location. So this is the first location. A woman is standing in front of a cash register. And if you know the answer, you can put it in the comments box. And 2 men are standing in front of a bunch of looks like tin cans, and maybe eight brushes. Any guesses? Any guesses what this is? And here's one with looks like some kind of ceiling fan and some tiles and maybe a ceiling light and a bunch of knickknacks. Anybody know what this is? 10 seconds? 10, 9, 8, 7, 2, 1. It's the Auburn City Hardware. And I knew most of you answered that question. You got it right. So, yay, for those of you who knew the answer to the question, that it's Auburn City Hardware. I'm so proud of you all for knowing this. So, as you all now know, it's now the steakhouse. But before that, it was the Auburn City Hardware. And I have a little fact sheet here. And I want you all to chime in to let me know if these facts are correct or not. It says here, in 1850, it was named Pioneer Hardware, and that its owner was Joseph Davis. Was that true or false? It says here, John Davis was called Groundhog John. What do you think? It says here that John Davis sold Auburn Hardware to John D. Leisure. I don't know. And then it says here in 1932, the Kokenji family bought the store. What do you think? We're not sure. Maybe? Okay. And we'll throw this one at you. In 2017, well, no, let's change the subject a little bit. Let's say in 2015, the hardware store closed. What do you think? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's try this one. 2017, the hardware store was renovated by a design company, and they restored the building, and then it became the Auburn Steakhouse. I think so. That one I like. That one I know is true. What do you think? Do you all agree with me or not? Put your comments in the comment section. So while you're all deciding on the answers to these questions, I want to change the subject and start out with some genealogy stuff. Genealogy 101. And what I like to do, and there's no right way to do this, but what I like to do and what I recommend is that everybody, and we have these forms in our center, but you can create them online, as I'm going to show you in a minute or two. The first form that I recommend is called a relative list. And with this one, you write the names of your relatives and the relationship. You just start writing them down. And this is something that you can easily create from scratch. I mean, the paper's nice, but if you like to do everything, with your software or so forth, you can. And want to do something a little bit different today, something you may not be aware of. Microsoft allows you to create free, if you sign up to their website, you can create a free account to get all of their office programs on the computer. So I'm going to go to the computer screen, and I don't know if you can see it on the far left, but we have icons here for Word and Excel and so forth. So this is all free. Good. So I logged on to my Microsoft account, and I clicked Microsoft Word, and I'm going to select New Blank Document. And it's thinking. And I want to center this document. I'm just going to show you quickly how to center. Well, of course, right now I'm not finding it. But anyway, that always happens. So I'm going to type relatives list, and let's see, text alignment, there it is, and center. But see how easy this is? And it's a free version of Microsoft Word. So I'm going to change the size because you probably can't read this. And I don't want to spend too much time on it. But I want to change my alignment to left. And I'm going to type number 1 and 1. And I'm just going to start writing down relatives, names. Let's see, my sister was Melissa, and sister. And I'm going to say my cousin, cousin Ann, and she's my cousin, C-O-S-I-N. And my mother, well, let's see, Jean, and she's my mother. And you do this for all of the relatives you can think of. And so then this helps you when you're completing your different pedigree charts. So if we go back to the handouts, I don't know if you can read this. I tried to open my Google Docs, but it didn't work. But anyway, this is an easy, I'm going to also go with, add a couple of others. Clara, no, I'll do this. M-E-L, I guess I should add some others. Melvin, who was my uncle. Fred, who was my grandfather. And that's enough. So we've created a copy of this that we have at our center. And it's also something you can easily create. I created this in Google Docs. But you start out at the very bottom with, of course, your most recent relatives. And there are several types of family charts, but this one I like a lot because you can add your brothers and sisters, uncles, aunts, and cousins, and so forth. So with this one, or with all of them, you enter yourself in the center, and then your sisters and brothers here on either side. And in this case, if I go back to the computer screen, I can see that my sister Melissa was number 1. So in this case, I would type, Melissa here. And on my relatives list, the second one on relatives is Anne, who was my cousin. And let's see, this would be my uncle, and he had Anne, who's my cousin. And then the third person on my list was my mother. So this is me, and this is my mother. And then my uncle was number 4. So this is me, my mother, and then my uncle, and then one of my cousins, Anne. And then the last one on my list was my grandfather, Fred. So this is me, my mother, my uncle, and then this is my grandfather, Fred, who was my mother's father. So this is one way that you can easily build a relatives list and then add in all of your brothers and sisters and your cousins. Thank you, and so forth. So now I'm going to go to another form which is very good when you're starting your research. So this is called a genealogy research resource list. And this just helps you select items, things to look for. So you just select an ancestor's name. You have one of these per ancestor. And let's say it's my mother. And then these are items that I can look at home, such as the family Bible, christening and baptisms. It's basically a to-do checklist for things, common things that you should look for in your home. And then your vital records, your birth certificate, your mother's birth certificate, and so forth. A section for churches, the name of the church your mother to which she belonged, burial, and so forth. And if you've looked at the military draft cards, you can check this off. And if you haven't checked something off, then you should look for it at a later date. And then, one of the things that you should look for at home is interviews. Well, I know it's here someplace. Interviews. So if possible, you want to interview your family members. And we have this free service here where you can register and set up an interview time, and you and a relative can speak. But anyway, at home, you want to look for some interviews. And if you don't have any, and you're not able to come to our library, you can always do an oral history interview at home. Sorry about that, I'm moving everything. And this is just a basic form with the date, the interviewer's name, a signature, and so forth, and then notes from the interview. Thank you. But if you're in the area, you really need to come in and make a free appointment and set up an interview. We give you a digital copy on flash drive or DVD and so forth, and you take it home with you, and we destroy the original, so we have absolutely no copy of it, and you can share it with your friends, your relatives, and so forth, and it'll be a record that you'll have for years and years of everybody's Christmas memories and so forth. So let's see, what else do I have? Research log. Well, that's enough for that. So I'm going to move to another section. Can you identify this photo? This is a brand new section. And let's see. Let me find. Let me find something here. Aha! I'm ready. I am ready. So it's on the screen. Can you identify this building? We'll give you 20 seconds. 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you know what this building is, please let us know in the comments. And if you can tell us anything about the pickup truck or what's behind it here on the corner, the courthouse here in the corner, we greatly appreciate it. We can add it to the information we have, or to see who answers this correctly. This is a tough one. You might not know what building this is, but hopefully you can let us know the name of this building. Well, that's the show for today. If you can tell us a little bit about these facts of the Auburn City Hardware, if they were true, let us know in the comments, or if they were false. If you want to add any information, let us know through the comments. Again, our genealogy hours have changed. We're open Monday and Tuesday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Thursday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Thursdays we do our live Facebook show, live streaming Facebook show through the Genealogy Center building. And if you're in the area, just come on down and watch the show live. So that's all we have for you today. See you next week.